Michael who?
Tyner.
Yes, yes, no. You know him too?
Yeah. He's come and played Galway, tournament in Galway last year. Call.
Davidi's going to pass on the button.
Now we get to play flops and turns and all that.
I don't know.
Finn says he calls on the small blind. Sebastian's going to check his option.
Call and a check.
So these guys are going to take a look at the flop. Flop comes 7, 8, 8, 7 of diamonds, 8 of clubs, 8 of spades. Fenton announces bet.
How much is Fenton going to bet here?
Fenton says 240,000.
240,000.
140, right? Yeah. 100.
I apologize, 140,000.
$140,000. Sebastian's grabbing for the call. Interesting. He's calling the
Sebastian's
bet.
going to make the call from the big blind.
$500,000 in the pot.
We're going to spend 140,000 apiece for this turn card. Let's see if it was worth it.
A turn card.
Turn card's a 3 of clubs.
There's a 3.
Fenn's going to check now in the small. Sebastian's
They
going to
both
check
check.
as well.
River for
So let's
3.
see that river card.
Blank on the
It's
turn.
the deuce of spades. We've got 2, 3,
blank
7,
on the
8,
river.
8.
Yeah.
Fenton's going to check in the small.
Okay, at the most, Fenton's got a 7 here. And Sebastian's going to take a
Sebastian's
stab
not
at the
going to
pot.
check. He's going to push 220,000 out there.
I'm pretty sure if Fenton has the 7, he's going to call this.
6-0.
600?
He's raising.
He's raising it up to
Fenton announces
600,000.
raised to 600,000.
And the Irish are cheering. He hasn't won the hand yet.
Amazing how things can loosen up after,
Yeah,
you know.
it's amazing.
Okay, Sebastian bet a busted draw here.
Well,
He cannot do anything.
You can't take the chips back. That's what he's trying to do.
It's going to cost 380,000 for Sebastian.
But if he
to
has
call.
a pair, he's going to call. I'm pretty sure.
you're the best one. You're so fun. Like, why would you check raise?
That's exactly the thing. Why would you check raise? So I'm definitely sure if Sebastian has a pair here, he's gonna look him up on this one, even though it's gonna cripple him if he loses the hand.
You know I have the 7. Maybe I have
So he's not thinking about check raising, re-raising him here.
know that I
Thanks for telling me.
would call with the 7. What the heck?
Yeah, he's gonna look him up.
Sebastian says,
He's got a
what the
pair.
heck, and pushes 400,000 more in.
And Finn says, good
Let's
call.
see.
Yeah, it's clear.
Sebastian shows 7-5 for 8s and 7s.
7-5. He had the 7.
Yeah.
Sebastian will win this
It
pot.
looked very much like Fintan Gavin was playing the draw. He didn't get there. He thought he could save the pot with a check raise on the river, but this play just doesn't make sense. So Sebastian's going to look him up with a pair of 7s, no
Very
kicker.
gutsy move, man. Wow.
He says nice move, but as you say, Benjamin, he just didn't believe the
That's
story.
exactly
Yeah.
what I thought you had, a weak second 7. So I didn't think you'd call that much.
So Sebastian takes the chip lead. 2.6 million.
That's how fast it goes here with these blinds. Fintan Gavin now last in chips after being the chip leader for most of the time here in 4 or 5 handed game. It's down to 1.5 million chips.
What about the chip counts?
At least you can still laugh. At least you can still smile.
Finn's going to be on the button this time.
And so much for the cry from the crowd that you can't beat the Irish. Clearly you can.
It's really hard for Sebastian to call him if he bets the river, because he's going to think if he has a 7, it's most likely better than mine. The deuce and the 3 and turn the river didn't make a
Make it
difference.
240.
Okay, Fintan Gavin wants to win back his chips and raises it up from the button, 240,000.
Raise all in.
And Sebastian puts them all in.
Re-raise all in from the small blinds. Davidi's going to fold the big
David
blind.
Gutai gets out the way. It's back on Finn.
He's got 1.2 million left behind.
Now I'm in your head.
Now I'm in your head.
Can't fold.
Might
If
want
you
to
can't fold, you have to call then.
I think it's the right call to make, you know.
Then do it.
Oh, you're gonna fold.
We said
I know you.
similar things before in this
Every time you do
tournament,
it, yeah.
That's
and then,
true.
then he's folded his hand.
That's true, and Sebastian's picked up on that.
Yeah, he shows an ace and he lays it down.
Finn shows the 6 of spades, and he
Oh,
folds his
6 of
hand.
spades. And he lays this down. Sebastian winning another
Sebastian
pot.
takes this one down.
Vincent extending his chip lead to almost, yeah, you know, he's past the 3 million mark now.
Finn down to 1.3 million. Katai just below 2 million.
That's been really rough on Fintan Gavin after he lost that pot to Sebastian with the pocket tens against the ace-7.
That's
Been
how
going down and down and down after that one.
So play continues, and Benjamin, thank you for your analysis over the course of the last few levels.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Benjamin Kang, a friend and fellow countryman of Sebastian Ruthenberg, who still has the chip lead here at our
Sebastian's gonna
final
be first
table.
on the button.
Nick Welthall stepping back into the commentary box, back into this hot seat.
Back into your lives. Boom. Coming like a hurricane, James. I don't even know what that means. That was a good call by Sebastian, right?
Very good
A little
call.
bit of class.
He's going to
Shows.
raise to 240,000. And the blinds are both.
And we're seeing big swings at the moment, obviously, with the blinds this high.
Well, we identified him as the class at the table at the start of today's action, didn't we, in terms of track record and the finishes that Sebastian Ruthenberg's had. And he came in with a big chip stack and maybe finally put himself in position to win this. And that hand will possibly be the decisive hand for him because, you know, it's a tough call. I guess he just couldn't make sense of the raise.
No. He smelt a rat, and his instinct was right.
Davidi's going to be first on the button now.
Davide Katai folds under the gun
gonna pass.
from the button. A call from the small blind from Fintan Gavin.
And Fintan looks tired to me. He looks about done.
7-5 again.
And sometimes it can hit you. I mean,
Oh yeah.
he's been very relaxed, he's been very vocal, he's been very jovial, and then suddenly it's
Finn
like,
makes the call,
whoa.
Sebastian checks it
Now
out.
I'm feeling the effect of all those days of no limit hold'em.
These guys will take
And
a look at the flop
you know,
now.
you're right, and it's an emotional, psychological game. It's easier to be perky with 4 million chips than it is with 1 million
That
chips.
flop is Jack of clubs, 3 of clubs, 6 of clubs.
Blind on blind, unraised pot. Finn
please.
Gavin
Jack 3-6, all clubbies on the
first to
board.
speak.
Finn's going to push out 200,000. Sebastian shows 5-7 again, and he's going to muck it this time though. Finn shows the Jack for top pair. Along
Finn
with
had
Queen
top
King.
pair.
He's going to win.
5-7 again for Sebastian Ruthenberg. Folds it. So he wins a few back. But you don't want to win the small pots and lose the big ones. The ideal strategy is the reverse of that.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how he's feeling. I mean, we think he looks tired. He's not going to be feeling great about life, is he? I mean, I'm sure he's still enjoying it, but it sort of looked like he had it won at one point.
Yeah.
And he touched 4 million chips out of the 6 million in play, and now he finds himself on the short stack, not a position he's been in for a long time.
Finn's going to be first on the button, and he's going to go ahead and fold.
Finn will fold
Sebastian's
this
in the
one.
small blind now. He's going to pass, and Davidi's going to pick these chips up.
Ruthenberg gives him a walk. That's our graphics man, Carl, getting a massage. It's all right for some, isn't it? When you're
That's,
finished, Carl, send her over.
That's one for the top 5 rub downs, VT. In at number 6. It's what she does.
We saw Davide Katai there. I was going to say, Nick, that recently it's... glad to hear it, Carl. It's all been about
Sebastian's
Gavin
gonna
and
be first on
Ruthenberg the last
button
few
this time.
hands. Katai's just been kind of sitting back, letting them fight it out.
Yeah, he went through a period of being quite active,
He's going to
didn't
raise
he?
all in from the button.
He's facing an all-in move from Ruthenberg.